one thing I've been thinking about, because I'm so heavy into JJK right now, and I'm missing my man Gojo. I'm just thinking about other people in other series who have like personified the role of the strongest, right? What we know
Right.
about Gojo was, when he was born, like he shook up the entire jujutsu, everything. Like, he even though he didn't end up being the strongest character, I feel like throughout the most of the series, he embodied the strongest, the honored one. You know what I mean? There's some other characters that I can think of in other verses who have done the same, but I kind of want to get all your opinions on what character personifies the strongest for you. But because I threw the question out, I actually want to go first. So
Mm-hmm.
my person is going to be Yorichi from Demon Slayer.
Mm,
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that a
Yorichi.
lot.
What's his last name? Tsukugini or something. Whatever. I'm not great with these names, but obviously, if you know Demon Slayer, he was born a twin. His twin is Michikatsu, also known as Kakushibu, um,
Kakashibo, yeah.
Upper Moon One, right? And what I think, the reason why I think he just personifies the strongest, I'm just thinking about like watching it and seeing Muzan just see the earrings and be shook, like, wait a minute. And at the time, I didn't really have the background. I'm like, yo, why is he so shook? Tanjiro's nothing yet. Like, what is it about them earrings that got him shook up? But now I know. Now I know, like, Yorichi was no joke. And just to think about the interaction with Muzan, where he put pressure on Muzan instantly, and Muzan was just like, "Whoa, I can't deal with this." Split himself into 1,800 pieces, and Yorichi instantly cut up 1,500. And lucky the 300 got away, which is how Muzan regenerated. But yo, just the pressure he put on his brother, just to try to, the excellence. I remember the scene with where they was training with swordmen, and they thought Michikatsu was going to be the one, and he couldn't land a blow. And Yorichi, with no formal training, comes in, boop, 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 piece homie up. You know what I'm saying? He pieced him up real fast. I'm just like, yo, he's really the one. But I think what really signifies him being like personifying the strongest is, bro, this is generations later, right? Because he died around like probably like 80. And right before he died, he smokes his brother, who took on power just to try to match him. He's like, yeah, turn me into a demon because I gotta be better than this dude, and still wasn't better than him. But I think what really personifies the strongest is generational PTSD. Like Muzan, who inflicts his blood into other demons and creates other demons. Every now and then they have flashbacks of Yorichi, and it's just like they're frozen. They never met this man, but just generations of Muzan's blood just still has PTSD from the single interaction with this guy. And I think that personifies the strongest. So I'm gonna go with Yorichi from Demon Slayer. Who wants to go next? Go ahead.
okay,
Mm.
I'll I'll give
Yeah.
my hot take. That's my
Hot take. Let's go.
hot take. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all gonna disagree. No, actually, y'all might not. It's mine is Hisoka Moro from Hunter x Hunter.
I love that.
Oh,
Is it because it have properties?
Both Robert
yo,
and
yo,
John, you already know.
Nah,
bro.
go ahead, bro.
So since the beginning, since the first arc, he's been levels above everybody. Like he doesn't even want to be bothered with you if you don't have any type of potential, or if you're not on par with him or stronger than him. That's from the beginning. And even now, like I don't know if you're caught up on Hunter x Hunter now, but his fight with Chrollo, he only lost because Chrollo had tremendous prep time and help. If they didn't fight in Heaven's Arena and fought in like a valley, I don't think Chrollo's beating Hisoka. Hisoka was the third physical, the second or third physically strongest out of the entire Phantom Troop,
Mhm.
not including his Nen control, his ability, his tactics, his intelligence. And so with Netero not there, I don't know anything about Jing or the Zodiacs. If we really want to
Mhm.
keep it a buck, Killua is brother.
Oh, Illumi?
Yes.
Yeah,
Lumi.
So
oh, the
Yeah.
Zoldyx. The Zoldyx, you mean?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, the Zoldyx, okay.
Yeah. So Illumi is technically on par or feared by the Zodiacs. That's been stated in the manga and anime. So Illumi already said that he's not on par with Hisoka. And so if I'm thinking about like the power scaling and the characters in the Hunter Fresh, and Illumi's been with Hisoka since the beginning. And if
Mhm.
and Hisoka, he's so deranged mentally that if he felt Illumi was on his level or stronger, he would have wanted to fight him and
Yeah, he would challenge
eventually,
him, but
yeah,
he's only has his eyes on Chrollo.
yes, exactly. And so with
Mhm.
Chrollo, he didn't even want to fight Chrollo, and Chrollo didn't have his net. So with no Netero there, with Illumi not being stronger, with number one, Illumi is on par or stronger than the Zodiacs. I'll say beside Jing, because to this day I don't know anything about Jing.
Mhm.
So if that's the case, and Chrollo only won with a handicap with the puppets using the sun and moon technique and bombarding Hisoka with a bunch of exploding puppets and didn't even kill him. I'm
Mhm.
like, if they did a rematch, Hisoka is winning, and by that logic, I'm like, yo, Hisoka is the strongest in that entire verse, right, right now, currently.
Okay, okay, that's a good take. I'm gonna come back to that because I have a question for that, but I'm gonna let everybody keep going through it. Let me at least, you know what? Let me jot down my question actually, so I don't want to forget it. But go ahead. Who you got, Smoke?
Um, I'm gonna tap into Baruto real quick, and I'm not even gonna go with somebody that's even an active person right now, but somebody that's been mentioned, and that is Shibai Otsutsuki.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he is definitely by far the strongest person that has been mentioned, and I say that because he might be somebody that gave the Otsutsuki generational PTSD because they have all been trying to reach whatever state he is at right now, which we don't even really know what that is. He's just off in some, he's literally God to them.
Yeah.
So they're all trying to reach that. And they said that he's been doing that for several millennia. So Momoshiki was nowhere close. Ishiki was probably nowhere close. Like they were nowhere even near where he was going to be. And then I think Kaguya might have been stronger than Ishiki after she ate the chakra fruit, only because I seen another video from one of my favorite content creators that I watch. This dude named NC Hammer. He was saying that since Shibai's body was left on Earth when Ishiki and Kaguya came down, when the chakra fruits start taking all the nature from everything that's on the planet, whether it's dead or alive, Shibai's body was there. So part of his body that was already at like his peak right before he ascended into whatever form he is, that body was left there. So Kaguya ended up eating a piece of Shibai, like theory wise, because his body would have been left there, dead or alive. All that chakra was getting absorbed. So, but I still think Shibai is the strongest by far because right now where we at in the manga, spoilers. If you, I'm about to spoil some shit if you're not caught up with the manga, but uh Daemon and Ada, they
Hmm.
they they both have one ability of Shibai stuff, and Daemon's ability that he has from Shibai is ridiculous. It's probably,
It's broken.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's broken. It's literally Itachi's Susanoo's Yadomir times a trillion.
Yeah.
Like it's, you can't even hit the kid. So
Yeah.
if he was alive still, Shibai, he's whatever form he's at, he he got the strongest eye because he got the Jogan. Right under that would be the Reni Sharingan, which was awoken inside of Kaguya's forehead, and then right under that would be Hagoromo's eyes, and then under that would be the Sharingan. So it would go Sharingan, Reningan, Reni Sharingan, then Jogan, which Baruto has because he somehow inherited that motherfucker from the jump, which would have to
Yeah.
tie into all the chakras coming back together from Hinata getting Kamura's on the moon, Naruto getting Hagoromo's, them having the kid, Baruto getting it also from them being descendants from Kaguya long term, her absorbing the part of Shibai from the chakra fruit, and that's how he awoken his Jogan because he had the Jogan long before he got the karma marking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the
That's a
summary
good one.
because I don't watch
Yeah,
Boruto, so thank you for the summary.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I know about Shiba. That yeah, he's God. Like that was a good
He's
one.
one
I'm
of
not
them
gonna
ones.
lie. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Okay, and then I guess that leaves just you, Mo. Like who do you got?
Uh um, it's crazy. Up until this very moment, I still don't know who I would want to, because there's a few that pop up to my head. Zereth from Fairy Tail. He smokes anyone whether he likes it or not. His abilities is broken if you've seen Fairy Tail. But ultimately, I'm gonna go with Dio from JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I'm gonna go with Dio. And the reason I'm gonna go with Dio is because Dio's impact in just that universe in and of itself, and just the fact that his ability to stop time with his stand ability to stop time for 10 seconds and do what he has to do, along with being able to his physical feats of picking up trucks, throwing them. I just think the impact he's had on just their main cast, especially when we're talking about season 2 cast, where they had to literally fight endless or countless enemies to even get to where he's at, to even try and beat him, and even, with one of the Joe stars essentially beating and dominating him, he had the same ability, but he had the help with, his father, his grandfather, his teammates. But ultimately, I think Dio being a vampire, and even after that whole season ended, Dio's legacy still impacted other villains in the way they kind of in their trajectory and how they acted. So I'm gonna go with Dio, Brandy. So I'm gonna go with Dio from JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I think he was very feared, and his abilities just made him broken. I think even if you kind of match him up with many of the other characters in other verses, I think he smokes them. But that's what I'm gonna go with. Just to kind of keep it short. So
Okay, I Mo smoke. I don't really have a counter question there, but Quan, I want to come back to you saying if Hisoka and Chrollo fights again, Hisoka would definitely win. Could it be that Chrollo's just always going to be more prepared?
No.
I'm just saying.
So
But
I'm
nah,
just saying.
nah,
but
Like,
he's
no,
this is a guy who's
but
copied many. You know what
no,
I'm
no,
Hisoka
no,
saying?
beat
no.
him
Okay,
with
so
Bunchy Gun.
so the reason why I would say they fight again because Hisoka went into the fight just ecstatic to just be able to fight him, just to fight him. So Hisoka went in not even thinking about any prep. He just wanted to go off instinct and just fight. Like Chrollo, he like think about, and he had help from other members of the Phantom Troop. Like you needed help to kill Hisoka, and you didn't even
He
you
took
didn't
a
even
few of their abilities, yeah, because he's always just that prepared, though.
no,
He
I
didn't
don't.
fully kill him though. He healed
That's what I'm
himself with
saying.
Bunchy
Like
Gun.
I don't see.
yeah.
I got a hot take for you, Quando, because I got a counter question for you because I think there's somebody stronger than Hisoka and everybody in the whole show, and that's Nanika.
Uh,
nah, you got me. You got me. OP, OD, OP. But I wasn't no
Nah,
funny.
nah, nah. But I get what you're saying though, and I think if it ever gets completed, I do think Hisoka will eventually defeat Chrollo because Hisoka's kind of like
He's
the antagonist, right? He's kind, so even
yeah,
more so than Chrollo. I think Chrollo just kind of become like a fan favorite character, but
yeah,
but
and it's like it was right after the fight. He learned a valuable lesson. Like he right after he like recovered and everything, it's looked like okay, that was unexpected. So now if they was fighting, he's going into the fight like not saying that he expects anything more just because Chrollo might have a bunch of abilities that we just haven't seen yet, but he's going in more mentally prepared than anything.
I get that. I feel that. I'm thinking about a couple honorable mentions as well. When I first was thinking about this, I wanted to say Hashirama, right? Because just the legend of Hashirama. But the only thing that kind of tore me away from Hashirama is because initially I think they did him such a disservice when the third fought Orochimaru, and Orochimaru brought Hashirama and Tobirama. Like we had no idea how strong Hashirama was, right? Because then we still saw the third being able to fight all three of them, and keep up. So I feel like later on the writing then showed us how really real Hashirama was, right? Like even people saying, I fought the first and survived, like just to show like how real he is. Like you just honored that you survived an interaction with him. But I feel like they didn't give us that from the start, right? From the start, we didn't really feel that presence of Hashirama. That's the only reason I didn't say him. But I got a couple more honorable mentions. But any of you guys got any honorable mentions?
I got one.
I do, yeah. I do.
You could go Smoke.
Mine's from Dragon Ball Super, Zeno. Them little fucking, I don't even know what to call them.
Yeah.
The little alien things. They're done. They'll get you out of there faster than fucking, I don't even know you're gone. Without even thinking about it. They were playing games with the planets, flicking them back and forth to each other, just blowing up planets for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Quan? You got an honorable mention?
Benny Maru from Fire Force. He's so powerful. He one-shotted his doppelganger. So the doppelganger is how strong the people in his village perceived him, and people in his village perceived him as like the strongest out of everyone in every single company in the entire verse. So just think about how powerful you have to be for your doppelganger to be the most powerful person inside the verse, and that's based off how everybody else perceives you, and you one shot your doppelganger. Like,
that's interesting. That's a good one. Then Mo, any honorable mention?
I think I got my honor about. I did mention Zarif, right?
Okay, yeah, that's true. You did kind of go through
probably
it,
the spiral from Gurren Lagann. Yeah, Gurren Lagann. That's the spiral is like omnipotent, all powerful. It's like crazy. But yeah, that's those probably some of the honorable mentions I have. That's it.
Okay. I don't want to go into another one because I want to save that for another video. I kind of want to talk about somebody who I thought I would have chose, but maybe not enough sample size, but was Thor's from Vinland Saga. But that's a topic for another day. But definitely jump in the comment section. Tell us who personifies the strongest for you. Could be any character, any verse. Just tell us. I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't get any One Punch Man, but I'm also kind of happy we didn't get a One Punch Man. But of course, like, comment, subscribe. Got more videos coming soon.